Okay, so hi, welcome to the stream. We're going to be showing off some new Captain Forever remix gameplay tonight. First, I guess we should introduce ourselves. My name's Gene Tate. I'm the artist on this project, and I'm here with Brian Chan. You should introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Brian Chan, as Dean just said, and I'm the engineer on the project. And yeah.
This is our first.
That's about it.
This is our first indie game together. We used to work together in the AAA industry at Harmonix, and
Dean,
we
you always mess this up. It's not our first indie game together.
Oh, you're right. What the hell, Captain Bubblenaught.
You seem to want to.
I want to bury that history
Exactly.
for no good reason at all, because it's not history that should be buried. Yes, go play Captain Bubblenaught.
Okay,
on
we're not gonna
iOS.
talk about it
Yeah.
now, 'cause it's just super confusing.
Yes, which has nothing
about
to do with Captain Forever.
Yeah. Okay.
They're completely different games. So I guess I'll give a really quick, brief overview of what Captain Forever Remix is. It's a 2D roguelike where you build a spaceship out of little Lego bricks and then use it to fight randomly constructed spaceships who you pick apart and hopefully destroy in such a way that a bunch of pieces are left over that you can then graft on your own ship. So you can see here that I'm building my ship out of little bulkheads and weapons and thrusters. It reacts physically based on where I'm placing those thrusters. How fast I can move is based on how heavy I am, etc. It's all kind of physically modeled. You see I just put that thruster on the side and now I kind of turn like crazy. I'm a bit lopsided. And then you start to come under attack by enemy ships, and they're made up of the same sorts of pieces that you're made up of. So you want to kind of carefully pick them apart and destroy their core, and not let them hit your core, because if that happens, then you die. It's very, very lightly armored. So let me get in here. I'm going to rebuild this.
Oh.
We're also going to try to get Jared Farbs Woods in here. He's the guy that created the original version of this game. He released Captain Forever in 2009 as a browser-based free-to-play game, and we are building a new version of that we're calling a remix, because we're adding all sorts of things to the formula, systems that weren't in the original game. We're kind of expanding on it, and in this stream we're going to be going over a bunch of the stuff that we have been adding to show off how this is going to be different to Captain Forever, because a lot of people have kind of been unsure of what we mean by remix when we say that. And I'm not actually sure if Jared is ready to jump into the stream or not right now, but
That's okay.
we might be able to check in a second. He'll show up or not.
He'll take his sweet time. It's not a big deal.
He's working on Card Hunter right now, which a lot of you may have heard of. And he was going to jump in here. Yeah, he is busy. Apparently he's testing something new right now. So he's working on like 3 games at the moment. Card Hunter, he's a little bit involved with this as well, and he's working on the Dawn Star.
So Dean is now fighting another ship that's yellow. So the colors of the ships, as you might note, the pieces that indicates their strength and general effectiveness. So they generally move from green at the lowest level up to yellow, orange, red, and then eventually like blues and purples and
then rainbow.
Yeah.
If you make it far enough.
So those pieces are tougher, and so Dean, wants those because they're more valuable to him. That thruster is going to do more work for him.
And you can see down here, right, and if you want to read a little bit more information about what these modules are, you can see down here which level they are and how much health they've got, how heavy they are. Yeah, so the higher level modules, they tend to have more health. Thrusters give you more speed, weapons are more powerful, deal more damage, shoot further, higher firing rate, and they're all heavier as well. So like these orange bulkheads are heavier than the green ones. So if you want your ship to sort of fly in any sort of controlled manner, you tend to want to keep your ship kind of symmetrical.
Yeah, but some people do the asymmetric thing, and if they can do that, more power to them.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy ships where people build like
Right.
a broadside ship, that has all of its weapons lined up on one side and can turn really fast. So it's all about like flying up alongside enemies and taking them out.
That's really the essence of the game, is you can do whatever you want in terms of building your ship. You can build it however you want. So it's kind of like, the pieces, they're like Legos. That's how we think about them.
Right.
And so they're, you're fighting ships, but you're also building your ship from the salvage simultaneously, and it's never really just one or the other.
Right. It's kind of what's
game, basically.
Right. It's what's unique about this game, right? Like, enemies literally are loot. They are made up of loot that you want to take and put onto your ship.
Yeah.
So
Dean's got some forward-facing boosters or thrusters or whatever you want to call them there, so that he can kind of quickly back away from enemies now. So
and turn around.
And helps his maneuverability a little bit.
And so, something that's new about our version of the game, we've broken the game up into stages, and to finish the stage that you're in, you need to destroy an enemy that is a higher level than you, which I did. I killed one of these yellow guys. And now that I've done that, I can warp to the next sector, you can see here. And I probably want to do that, right, because at this point, this area is starting to get kind of hot. The difficulty ramps up the longer that you stick around in a sector, and now you can see I've got like 5 ships after me, and they're all aggressive. When I enter a new stage, that sort of resets and things get a bit cooler. And so now I'm going to pick a bonus, which is also something new in this game. Bichan, do you want to cover that a little bit?
Sure. When you leave a sector, when you warp out of the sector, you have an option between a few different bonus like perks or abilities that you can that will help you in future sectors. So Dean has a choice of 3 here. If you can't read the text on the screen, there's one that says level up bulkheads.
Yep.
Another one is health for kills, and the third one is level up thrusters. So they're basically like he can choose how he'd like to tailor.
Hey. It's Jared.
We have a surprise visitor. Not so surprise visitor, Jared.
Special guest.
Barbs. Yeah.
It worked. I wasn't
How's
sure.
it going?
Good. I was trying to watch it on Twitch, but Twitch apparently just does not work in Australia.
Hooray!
So I just watch it every 3 seconds.
That is not surprising at all.
Yeah.
Jared and I are both Australian, and we're both used to having very crappy internet.
Crikey.
Although I don't have to put up with it anymore, which is great.
Jared, you can see Dean's gameplay right now, right?
Yeah, I can see it through Skype.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so Jared, Farb, sorry. Yeah, so...
Sorry,
Dean
real name redacted.
Sorry, yeah, real name redacted. Dean just selected a bonus. Which one did you select, Dean?
I chose...
Health for kills.
Yeah, I chose...
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, so it's like Vampire, right? Like, the modules that you see here that are flashing a little bit, those ones have got lower health, or they've taken damage. So now when I kill an enemy, I have a very high chance of getting all of my health back. So that time I didn't, but let's see if I take this guy on. So this guy is a level 2 enemy. If I destroy him, then I can go to the next sector. He's passive right now because we're kind of early on in this sector, and he's got very powerful level 2 weapons, so I probably want to avoid him. But that guy down there is level 0, and he has a prismatic laser, which is one of the new weapon types that we've borrowed from Captain's Successor. So you can see him. I'm just going to try to carefully take him out without having him
Without that happening?
Without that happening.
So Dean mentioned Captain's Successor there. That's worth kind of mentioning what that is in case people don't know.
Yeah, sure. You should do that.
So, Farb's made a few different games in the Captain Forever series. The first,
You got
of
nothing.
course, was
I got nothing.
Captain Forever.
Yeah,
And
sorry.
then the second one was Captain Successor, and it introduced a bunch of new different types of modules. And that was one. The prismatic laser was in the Captain Forever, but you'll start to see a bunch of the other modules as Dean continues in the sector. That's really one of the things we've been adding lately.
Right.
And,
Now
and those have been borrowed from Captain Successor. So you'll see a lot of. If you're a fan of the Captain Forever series, you'll see a lot of those old modules returning.
we've also got. We are looking at adding a few that were not in Successor. or Forever,
Yeah,
or any other
I'm
games.
pretty excited about that. I'm really keen to see what you guys come up with.
Yeah, we've got a few
And
in
then
our
I'll
back
steal it
pocket.
for my own stuff.
Well, I mean, we're already stealing plenty from you, so don't feel too bad.
Well.
In fact, one of the new modules that we do have in the game that we'll show tonight was not in Successor, it was not in Forever, but I think you have something similar in Imposter, Farbs? I'm not sure.
Maybe.
The
I don't know, what's this
Ripsaw.
one?
You
Oh,
call
right,
it the
yeah,
energy
that
lamps.
one's in the Dawn Star.
Ah,
It's not
okay.
in Successor yet.
It's not far from a module that's in Captain Successor, which is the ramming spike, but it's just a
Right.
little. It's more of a damage over time
Right.
effect than a damage on collision effect.
It's like a giant, you were saying the other day, B10, it's like a giant pizza cutter made of energy that you shove into enemies.
Yeah.
Um, so,
A melee attack. All the
Exactly.
things that Dean's been using so far are projectile-based weapons. So he's shooting with the spacebar, pew-pewing at different ships. This is going to be more of a very different kind of weapon that we'll see eventually, and it's more about melee.
so I just shifted stuff around on my ship a little
Yeah,
bit
that
so
guy.
that I'm going to get away from him.
guys-
Oh,
Yeah, that
they
doesn't
shot
look
each
very
other.
down there.
That guy's
So
got
are
a
you getting
prismatic
health when
laser.
they blow each other up as well?
I think currently we are, but it's kind of a bug.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to,
Righto.
let's see.
We can distinguish
also,
between. Go ahead,
Do you,
sorry.
do you get health from module death or just from ships? Like, can you take off a few parts and blow them up to heal other parts that are on your ship?
Currently, that bonus is about killing a ship, like killing a
Okay,
command core.
that makes sense.
But we do have, it's either going to become a bonus or kind of like a character trait, which is that, yeah, if you just shoot up loose debris, like, you know, if I went over here and shot and destroyed all of this stuff that's floating around loose, I would get little bits of health for each one. So it'd be like, oh, I can, you know, I've already built out my ship, or I'm going to keep my ship kind of small. So my strategy is keep my ship small, but keep it really well healed by like eating up little bits of debris instead of putting them
Right.
onto my ship, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I'm going to take this guy out now so that...
I like the damage particles he's throwing. Well, not damage, the debris.
The explosions, or the
Yeah,
little bits
The
of
little
stuff.
pieces that fly off. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, I think it could use a little bit of work. I'll redo it 3 times, just like I do with everything. But so this guy he's a level 3, which means that, and he's also passive until I poke him, and then he's going to try to turn. One thing that we're working on right now is the rules for enemy construction. You'll see that sometimes I'll come across enemies that kind of, you know, they can't turn very well, or they can't fight me too well. And there's probably going to be a little bit less of that once we shift over to, you know, bending those rules a little bit. I'm going to take this guy out because he's got prismatic lasers. I want to show off what those are. These are new. Icham, why don't you describe what these things are while I...
The prismatic lasers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. You got a laser with three like sort of muzzles on it, so it shoots out lasers at you know, straight ahead and then angled to the left and right obliquely. So you know, as it's just wider range of fire, pretty much a spread shot sort of thing.
It looks
And,
pretty.
ooh,
Oops,
yeah.
I keep making that bug kick in where sound... Sorry about that. There's a sound effect that gets stuck on if I'm shooting when I warp. But the bonus that I just picked was critical misses. So now every time an enemy's shot damages me, it has a chance of just sailing on by and not damaging me.
Right.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So you know the bonus, these bonuses that Dean is collecting with each new sector, as Farbs pointed out, they're shown in the lower left of the screen. So you know you can. It's similar to a lot of games where you get bonuses over the course of the game and they start to stack. We want to show the player, you know, here's all the things you got going for you right now, and then if anyone's like watching them, they can see immediately like, oh, these are the powers they got going.
Exactly. And there's kind of a mix of powers, right, that are, I guess you would call permanent or passive. They stick with you through the end of the game. So right now I've got health for kills. You know, for the rest of the game, if I kill an enemy, I have a chance of getting health
Right.
back. Same with enemies can miss. But then this level up thrusters power up that I picked on the second level, it just kicked in immediately and
It's
leveled
like a
up.
one-time. bonus.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So you kind of have to choose sometimes between like, do I do something that benefits me right now and maybe lets me sort of limp on through this next level because I'm not doing so well because I need that advantage, or do I pick something that's a longer term bet that is still quite powerful but is going to stick with me for the entire game? Oh
Are
god.
you sure you want to engage in this fight right here?
I don't know. No, I
This is
don't.
the ebb and flow. Forever, you win some battles and then you get horribly
Oh man,
down.
I'm
Yeah.
screwing this up.
Dean is, despite being a fairly expert level player now, you know, you blundered into this one. So
Yes, I did. And I shot all of his weapons off, so even if I destroy him,
Yeah.
I should maybe just leave him
Maybe it's
alone.
just time to leave.
Yeah, I might just leave him alone.
lick your wounds.
Well, I'll point out a couple of other things that we have going on here. So one is that I've got this module here, which is called a repair kit, and anything that I connect to that will get healed over time. So like this module here, this bulkhead is damaged. I can stick it on there, and you can see that it stops being damaged. And same with this guy. So you want to like, you'll tend to want to stick weapons under that, or things that you really want to keep well guarded. The other thing that is happening here is that my command module, this little guy like right in the center, it levels up over the course of the game. It's always in a state where it can really only take a couple of hits. Like if I was to fall back down to having, you know, I'm probably gonna end this game in a second. If I was to fall back down to, yeah, like when you're in this state, when you're just your little tiny, you know, command module, which has a weapon on the front and can move around, you know, it can go out and it can take on enemies, but it's really, really risky. So you can come back from the brink. You know, if you're all the way back down to this and you're at Sector 5, you're halfway through the game, there's still a chance that you could take on something really powerful and get some modules to use, but it's unlikely because if you take a hit, then...
That's a silly looking ship over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
You should take that one out.
I think
It's
I'm
got
gonna
no turning capacity, so if you can sneak
Oh
in
my
next
God.
to the thruster,
Oh,
you
sure.
got it.
Well,
You
no.
can do it. You can do it.
Oh, I got it.
Hey.
Like that.
All right. You're
That
alive.
was very
Saved from
dangerous.
the
Of
jaws
course, now
of
you have
death.
no turning capacity.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. I just built the same ship that I killed that I was laughing at. Like, oh, that ship is so dumb. And now I have the exact same ship. Well,
If you,
I'm gonna...
if you push all your weight up to the front, then you should be able to use your lateral thrusters to turn.
You're right. I might also be able to...
It's a bit of a sneaky move, but it works pretty well.
none of these bonuses are going to help me in this case too. Like, the first one will level up all of my weapons. The second one will give me more rebuild time. So when you kill an enemy, you get a little bit of time to rebuild. Any enemies that are around will flee because they just witnessed you destroy something. And this will let you have even more time to rebuild. And then the final one here, healed salvage. Any bits and pieces that get dropped by a destroyed ship, if they've been damaged during the battle, they'll get healed. So, I don't know, which one should I pick? You guys think?
Dean, are you reading the comments?
I'm not seeing the comments for some reason.
I am.
Okay, you should tell me if people are asking specific questions, and then we can answer them.
They're asking, what is
Yeah.
Captain Forever Remix? Where am I? Who am I?
This isn't
Well,
Destiny.
the Alphabet guys and Tamara all say hi.
Oh,
But
hello.
somebody called Ymog has asked, so I've been wondering, what makes the year MCMXCIII special? I'm assuming it's a year.
What makes the year XE? Oh, he's asking about the mysterious.
That's 1993
And-
for
Yeah.
people who can't decode Roman numerals. And Dean
Yes.
can probably describe why is that significant to him.
Well,
And
yes.
then Dean can explain why he's so handsome for Ed.
I could. Well, I could. No, I can't. That's not. I can't explain that.
Question of time.
Well, it's a little bit mysterious, but the reason that date is there on the website is because in the world that we're creating, the Earth, and in fact all of the planets in the solar system, including the Sun, are in a really bad state. Earth has been cracked in half and it's irradiated. All of the humans are gone. Any animals that survive to become mutant bounty hunters, and there is something significant about the year 1993 and what happened then. That's all I'm going to say.
Interesting.
Work it
I
out.
assume that's when Dean lost his virginity.
That's when Dean... I was 7
Oh, wait,
years
no.
old, Jared.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
And
a dark
yes,
story.
I
Not
did.
this
It's a
Twitch stream.
It's a very dark story. I'm
So
using
Dean's got another different module that we haven't seen.
It's a sniper rifle.
Yeah, this is slightly longer barreled gun. It basically is a pretty powerful. Like the projectiles are like almost double. I think double the damage.
I think so.
normal one.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, really? So this isn't snipe laser for range. This is just
Sorry,
bigger and
am
more
I
powerful.
wrong? I
I don't know.
it's ported right over from Captain Forever, so I could be.
Oh,
exact-
in that case, it's a range issue.
it's
No.
just a range. It's just double the range.
Yeah, I don't think it does any more damage, but we are looking at the bonus system, right? We're exploring the idea of having bonuses that that amp up the usage or the way that specific weapons work. So, for example, we're toying with the idea of for sniper rifles that you'll be able to upgrade them so that they have a laser sight, so that you can aim more easily and tell how far they'll shoot. Other weapons too, we're looking at an upgrade that doubles the number of shots that come out of any laser-based weapon. Things of that nature, like the ripsaw, the melee weapon, might gain some advantages, like deal more damage over time, or it'll reflect shots that hit it. So you'll be able to expand the way that each of the weapons work in that way. So I got another bonus to choose from here. Health for kills, module swag bag, and level up weapons. I'm gonna do module swag bag because I really need thrusters. Oh, cool! I got a twin thruster, but that doesn't help me a lot in this case. I can put. Let's see.
Is that a missile launcher? Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a missile launcher. So
He's going to be an awesomely wildly turning,
This is-
sniping missile launcher machine.
this is kind of cool. Don't come
I
near
haven't
me.
ever seen this ship in
Yeah.
configuration.
I'm just gonna do this. Oh man, it's kind of working.
This couldn't possibly go wrong.
Oh god, please.
Mm.
Oh, he just missed. My miss.
Oh,
My miss bonus helped me out. Oh no, that guy's coming from over there. I'm gonna put this thruster onto the side and just try to. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh no. I'm strafing and I'm using my twin booster when I'm turned correctly. Okay, so now what do I do? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get back over there and take them out. Okay, that guy's gonna come.
Does your version of the twin booster allow you to go forwards and backwards at the same time?
Maybe. How does that work?
You just hold down both keys.
Oh,
So now you can go
it
straight forward
does.
because it balances itself out.
I had no idea. Wait, so where do I want to put it? Oh no.
Oh, that's
Thanks, Jared. Oh wait. I'm gonna
Just
try to.
keep shooting. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to take that guy out.
Get
Oh,
a
he
video of
missed.
it.
He missed.
How many times?
I
is
took
it
out
miss,
his.
though?
I took out his
Oh,
weapon.
you got it. Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
You
sweet.
got some time.
Okay. Yeah, I got some time and I got a whole bunch of stuff. So that was lucky. I'm gonna put. So if I put that twin booster in the middle, right, it just means that I can turn much more quickly. I'm gonna put these on the front so that I can back up, and I'm gonna take some extras.
Ed just mentioned the Death Blossom in the chat. I think that might be a good bonus.
Death Blossom. What's Death Blossom?
Oh, that's right. You're 5 years old. Have you watched The Last Starfighter?
No, that is before my time. Well,
Okay.
for my sentience formed.
I haven't seen it either. We're Philistines
Okay.
over here, so
Yeah.
explain
Basically,
what the
it's-
Death
it's-
Blossom is.
It's basically a smart bomb effect. You press a button and you spin around like crazy and fire all your lasers.
Oh right, so like you press it and your ship
so
would just
I'm not
spin
sure
around
how
like.
that would work in the bonus system because you don't have active,
Yeah.
press activate bonuses.
We've talked about that actually. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know about active bonuses.
Yeah, I don't know either.
One
I don't know.
thing that's one thing we talk about a lot is just we're remixing Captain Forever, Farb's classic, cult hit,
Yes.
Captain Forever.
From 1965.
In a lot of the discussions we have are about what to add without screwing up, what was so elegant about the original. And a lot of the elegance is in its restraint. You don't have that many things you can do in the game. You have a few basic verbs like shoot, move in various directions, and then like attach pieces and detach pieces.
Right.
There's it's a very, very simple and elegant rule set, and there's a lot of temptation to add stuff to it, like
Yeah,
have
I've already fallen into that temptation with my own games.
Sure, but I mean, and that's valid, but we're just
it's
not,
okay.
we're just
Anyway,
not sure
yes.
if this is the game if that's what we should be doing with our game.
Anyway,
I'm not saying that there's a right answer. I'm just saying that we're always get the tension of like we want to add stuff too. Like it's like we really would love to have, like, we're thinking, oh, active abilities, but there's a super or a special button that you can do.
Right.
And we'll think about those ideas, but we also we want to keep it simple and true to the original as well.
Right.
So.
Right.
Anyways.
Simple.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of room in this game for. Whoa, look at that guy. There's already a lot of sort of tactical depth and room for creativity and what have you in this game, and we're not sure if, for us, like adding more buttons to the game is something that we should be doing. I mean, Varbs, like in the Dawnstar and the continuation of the Captain Forever series, I don't think you've added any like extra verbs or actions either, have you?
Not a lot. I did experiment with a system for toggling different modules on and off.
Okay.
So you could like just go, I don't want to use these lasers for a little while. I'll turn them off and fly without them.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
yeah, it just the interface overload got too high.
Yeah.
And it was kind of boring turning things on and off, so I didn't use that in the end.
Right.
But yeah, it's mostly just the actual interfacing with space stations that I've added.
Right, and those are sort of contextual, right? Like you fly up to it, and a thing happens.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm flying
And
alongside.
so
Sorry.
there's other kind of verbs hidden in amongst menus and things. So, for instance, if you're trying to get through a tight asteroid field, you can turn off your shields to sneak through.
Oh, cool.
Things like that. And you kind of pop open the ship system menu and page through it and find that option and turn it off and stuff. It's very nerdy stuff, but it's not done at the same time as you're trying to fly the ship.
Very meta.
I really tried to keep those separate. Yeah.
Should I? I was about, oh no!
Yeah.
I was about when I said should I was about to say should I poke this guy and make him shoot, and then I saw that he was about to run into an enemy. Oh god, he's got prismatic lasers, he's got missiles, he's got lightweight girders, which we haven't shown off yet. I guess he's
peaceful again?
I think he's gone peaceful again, but if I poke him, he's gonna.
Yeah. You're well within laser range too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You
Why
really
is he
want to
peaceful?
do that.
I'm not sure. Maybe he's fleeing.
No, I think he's peaceful because he's higher level than me, plus it's early in the level. I haven't drawn enough danger yet to...
You didn't aggro him yet?
No, I didn't aggro him. Another ship did.
Got it. All right.
Another
so
ship
the
did.
aggro now clears out if the ship...
Whoa.
Ooh.
I don't
Oh,
know.
hey, does that mean that
It
your
might just
enemy
be
ship
buggy.
aggro on each other now? Because I never got around to adding that.
That would
guess.
be awesome. Yeah, we've actually been
Oh,
talking
no.
about that, but I don't think it... Don't
But that-
mistake what you saw for like me being clever.
Well, something happened. Oh no. Okay, I'm gone. Oh no, maybe I'm not. Oh my god. Did it.
AJ's asking for some parallax on the background. Isn't there some? There
There-
was.
yeah, there is. There is for all of the stuff that is not stars. Everything in the far background does not have parallax. But then there's stuff that's like closer that does.
It's worth mentioning, what you see here right now is still very early.
Yeah.
We're like kind of pre-alpha, and we just announced that we are eventually going to be released on Steam Early Access. So you actually can look up for that, and you actually can if you're interested. Pre-orders are open. Go to CaptainForeverRemix.com and you can get early access when it's ready. But right now the look of the game is we're still exploring it and still finding it, and a lot of the cool art that Bean has done. It looks good right now, but it'll be much better by the time we get to early access and final release.
Yeah, I hope. It's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we probably won't keep like all my like text-based HUD.
No.
And like a lot of the bonus system stuff that that we've been prototyping, there's almost no visual feedback, as you might have seen. So it's really, really rinky-dink right now.
It's super early.
Right,
But,
and that's because you guys have been prototyping a lot of different things here. So
Yeah.
you've got to get a bit quickly.
We're trying
and see
stuff
how
and
it works.
throwing stuff out. Yeah.
There's a bunch of
We try to
stuff.
keep the-
That, sorry, I was just going to say there's a whole bunch of stuff that we've tried that we've cut that we should. I guess we will show it at some point just to show the experiments that we've tried that didn't work out. But this represents sort of the new stuff that we've added that is for us working pretty well right now.
And in specific response to the backgrounds, totally agreed regarding parallax. Like we're gonna, we have a task to like go back and revisit all the background tech and make sure that it's behaving correctly. Because there's a few bugs here and there. I mean, you see some basic parallax right now, and of course that gives you a sensation of how fast you're moving versus other ships and stuff like that. But we'll expect it'll get better.
Yeah, for sure. So what have I got here? Level up. I can level up my weapons. I can level up my thrusters, or I can get healed salvage. I'm gonna do healed salvage. And we got a whole bunch of other stuff that we're hoping to be able to do with the backgrounds, right? Like, every stage that you visit will show a new planet in the solar system and what happened to it, what its personal apocalypse looked like. There'll be more of these constellations that you're seeing in the background, and you'll see more of them in sort of a random fashion as you go through the game.
One thing we kind of glossed over is that Dean has been warping through different quote-unquote sectors, but it didn't look like that. He just looks like he's in the same place again. So we haven't visualized that. It's just.
You just made a sale.
Oh, we did.
Sorry.
Sweet.
Yep. Thanks, Ed.
Was that you? Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's like Jared bought a copy. Thanks, Jared.
Thank you, Ed.
Farbs. I'll bleep out that other word.
Yeah, whatever. I don't mind.
I'm gonna get some heal kits. I'm getting quite close to the end of the game, and that brings up another point, which is that right now a lot of what we have changed about the sort of Captain Forever formula has been in service of making it a little easier. The bonus system kind of gives you quite a leg up. Enemies, the level of the enemies that can appear to fight you is somewhat throttled, so you're not going to tend to be going up against anything that's more than a level above you. But we're going to, our aim is for this to be a really tough roguelike in the vein of other really tough roguelikes. With roguelikes you want it to be the case that it takes a long time to get good enough at the game to finally be able to get through to the end. And so right now we're working on a bunch of stuff that's aimed at sort of going in the other direction. We've made the game quite easy right now, and all of the work that we're doing in the next week or two is aimed at making it a lot harder in a lot of really interesting ways. And we'll be showing that soon, as long as those experiments go well, but I think they will. I feel like I should be taking some more risks because I'm gonna make it.
People are watching.
Yeah.
Let's see some things explode.
All right, that guy's gonna die. I'm gonna take on someone who actually has some. I just destroyed his weapons. I'll take on that guy. I'm gonna see how far I can get just with this ship and destroy. And actually, I haven't taken on a level 8 yet. It's a level 8.
So yeah, we had a go at playing the game such that you couldn't actually blow up another ship's weapons. You would just keep shooting them until they exploded, and then you could take all of their parts. But losing that modular aspect of the game, I think, really was too much.
Yeah, I agree. It removed a lot of what is really interesting about combat, right? Like, it's
choosing
sort
what parts to disable and
yeah, exactly, and choosing which parts you want to leave preserved so that hopefully they're left over after you destroy the enemy. It's this really interesting thing about this game, right? Which is when you see an enemy, you're not just sizing it up in terms of like, can I beat this thing? But also in terms of, do I want what that thing has? That guy's got rip saws, so I'm gonna try to get those.
Oh, hey, have you guys added the wingtips yet?
Not yet. That's
Okay.
that's
That makes a
literally
big
like
difference,
funnily
yeah.
enough, that's the top thing on my backlog.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's no support for that because I based the shipbuilding algorithm off of the Captain Forever code.
Ah.
The Captain Successor code, which is, for those listening, that's the sequel to Captain Forever, is that has more sophisticated shipbuilding tech. So you have a lot more variety, a lot of little details in there that we have yet to implement. So that's one of our next things, is to get a lot more variety in the shipbuilding in place and more diversity. Yeah.
I'm using my rip saws against this guy. They don't give really good feedback right now, but
White means it's doing damage. And
yeah. So I can just
kind of
touch him with these.
Eventually it'll fall off.
Oh no! No! Back up! They don't. Right now, I think maybe they don't deal as much damage as we might want them to. But
Oh,
they,
that was beautiful.
oh, I gotta take out the weapon. Come on! Oh,
Do you have the same bug where if you push a laser launcher up against another module and then fire, it usually backfires?
Yeah, because are you saying that same bug meaning same as we had earlier, or same as?
Same as the Captain Forever games have. So
Oh, I didn't
that
know.
was kind of like a bug feature. It's one of those things that the physics engine does it, and it's not what I intended, but it's actually kind of cool that you can't just play that way. And so
Oh,
I'm
no.
wondering.
Yeah, we have some weird.
Oh shit!
oh no!
Get out! Just fly out!
Oh.
And you're gone.
Sometimes I really want like an ejection seat button.
Yeah.
Right.
Like just drop everything I have and get out.
That could be a good bonus.
Yeah, we've talked about that, but it would kind of require maybe like
A
you have
button.
to press a button. Yeah, so
Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking instead of your command module exploding, it just teleports somewhere or something like that.
okay.
Anyway,
Oh, weird.
Like a-
So it'd be
yeah.
like an extra life, basically.
kinda, yeah, but you're still just stuck at that level of the game with your command module.
Gotcha. That could be cool. I've wondered about like just an extra life, bonus, and that might be a good way to do it.
Yeah.
because I mean it was. Oh, by the way, I finished Risk of Rain yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was
Alright.
hilarious.
And they have a bonus that's somewhat similar. It's like if you get to low health, time will freeze for a while.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
Rogue,
that's a
Rogue
good-
Legacy has something similar, right? Like if you die, there's a special item you can get which just kind of brings you back to life with low health.
Oh, interesting.
So similar kind of idea in those games.
So there is precedent.
Let's copy them.
Yeah, let's just copy. So that is our goal: is to just copy every other good game that we like right now. I've been playing Destiny, so I think that we should make this game more like Destiny.
We should add voiceover from Peter Dinklage.
Oh yeah, definitely. I actually have a connection to that guy that we could use. Let's do it.
Exploit that connection.
Let's exploit that connection. What am I going to choose? I'm gonna level up my bulkheads, which gives me more armor but makes me heavier. Let's see. I think I'm gonna be a bit more risky this game, and just take stuff on. This guy's got prismatic. So like Bchan said, one thing that we're working on right now is enemy ship construction. You're seeing a lot of ships here, I guess, that sort of... It looks like they haven't been very good about building their ships.
The people who built them are really stupid.
Yeah,
i.e.
that's-
me as the programmer.
No, instead we should just fictionalize that the little guy inside of the command module is not very good.
Yeah.
It's like zombie AIs, right? Like, oh, this AI is terrible because it's a zombie, not because it's a terrible AI.
But like for example, the ships that have these melee weapons very close to their body in a way that they couldn't actually use to get at you. Like that's not
Right.
the best or placement. And we will want to make the enemy seem smarter, and they also
Exactly.
give you cues as how to build. Like they should have more variety in how they're built, so they can give you some cues as how you might want to build your ship.
Right, exactly. I'm gonna arm the back of my ship a little bit. That's also kind of a strategy that you can use, right? Like, if I need to run away and shoot at stuff at the same time, I can do that. And I guess the wingtips thing that that Farbs asked about, is that that you asked about. I forget what exactly that is about. Is that about adding? I know it's about adding modules to the edges, right, of a ship.
Right,
Yeah,
just on the
that's
left and
right.
right. Sorry, go ahead, Farbs.
Yeah, right. So it's basically the shipbuilding algorithm just picks the left and right sides of the ship, the furthest most girders, and drops maybe some lasers or maybe some thrusters or just something on the edges there.
Gotcha.
And what's cool about that is that if it puts particular things there, like a prismatic laser or something like that, then it makes it much harder to just sit around the side of a ship and attack them. You have to really think about that.
Gotcha. And it also means that if thrusters get stuck there, then it's much more likely the ship is going to be more maneuverable.
Yeah, that's right. So like twin thrusters often show up there, the ones that can.
Oh,
They're
cool.
great for that
Back.
position. Yeah.
Yeah. Or that's why the sprinkler module exists in Successor. That's one of the sillier ones in any other context, but it basically just kind of waves back and forth, firing at high speed
Gotcha.
or high frequency.
Oh, I chose the critical hits bonus, which means that some of my shots are dealing like 4 times as much damage here.
Oh, sweet.
There we go.
Nice. Got some good thrusters.
Got a couple of good thrusters, got a couple of good bulkheads.
And a little bit of time to rebuild. We didn't. Did we point that out earlier? Yes.
No, I don't think so. So I've got over here on the right side, you can see how much time I've got to rebuild, and I actually chose the more rebuild time, which means that my time is, I think, almost doubled.
That's one of the rules we're kind of experimenting with, slightly tweaking from the original Captain Forever. So when you destroy a ship in Captain Forever Remix, you get a slight reprieve from combat, where you can kind of like quickly put your salvaged modules onto your ship.
Right.
In Captain Forever, I think that only occurred for ships that were higher level.
That's
We're
right.
trying to experiment with maybe just.
I'm an idiot.
Sure, you want to be there.
Let me turn around. No.
You're gone.
I didn't notice that he had so many prismatic lasers. I also did the stupid thing where I looked at him and thought, I'm just going to come up behind him and he won't be able to do anything. And then I realized that he could turn quite well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of a tactical assessment that you have to do with every enemy, and they're all built slightly differently. So it's not going to be standard every time,
Yeah, which is great. Like, it means that no 2 battles are the same for the most part. You really kind of have to look at an enemy and work out what your approach is going to be. And just like all good roguelikes, right? You're going to die a lot, and each time you die, you're going to work out. You're going to learn something that you can apply next time. I'll take this guy. I'm going to take your weapon. Give me that. Okay. I guess we should do a couple more rounds, and then... Let's see. I'm going to get the modules. Oh.
And Dean has to go watch The Last Starfighter.
Then Dean, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Exactly.
In shame.
Actually, both of you. Didn't you say you haven't seen it
That's
either?
true. That's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And then go out and buy Super Mario Brothers 3 for the NES, right? Isn't that what that movie was about? Wasn't it a great big
my
advertisement?
gosh. Now you're just embarrassing me.
Am I wrong? Is that what it was about? or-
Okay.
No,
I thought you were making a
yeah,
joke.
no, you're.
No, have you... Wait.
We're
Wait.
talking about.
B-chan, have you played Super Mario Brothers 3?
I have played Super Mario Bros. 3.
Okay.
Have you not played it?
Yes, of course I have. I thought that you were about to say that you hadn't, and that I was trying to get you to reveal that.
No, I think so. You're thinking of a different movie, Dean.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it The Wizard?
Oh, the
Or-
Wizard. Yeah,
That's right.
It's the Wizard. I got it wrong. I'm embarrassing myself.
That's okay.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm an Idle Thumbs listener. I should know about the Wizard.
You were a 16-bit era child.
I
Is
kind of
that right?
Well, No, I mean, I started with the Game and Watch and the NES and the Atari.
Right. Okay.
But I didn't own an Atari.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know if the wizard got over to Australia.
in Australia, we called it the bunyip. You mean the bunyip?
Yeah, down by the Billabong.
Yeah, down by the Billabong. Oh my god, I got a really good swag bag just then. I got
Oh, nice.
got a sniper rifle. I got high level weapons. I've got those. See, I've got those thrusters out in the back so that I can turn fast.
Yeah, that's always fun.
And now I
to
can,
swing your tail out as you go around corners.
I can snipe this guy too. Oh no! Can I snipe him enough that?
Yeah, well, don't forget that missile launcher is still hitting you.
Not anymore. Got it. Take that guy out too.
So do we need to come up with a list of movies for you to watch?
I guess we do. I missed a lot of. Yeah.
There's Dean, don't feel that bad. I have like a ton of those myself that like every time it comes up, there's like a lot of embarrassment that I haven't watched these movies and yet like, you know, I consider myself a card carrying, geek or whatever, So it's like, for example, like I was working at PopCap on Plants vs Zombies 2, and there's this world we were building called Dark Ages, like medieval themed, which it kind of recently came out too, and I was referencing all these things I'd actually never seen because they're just part of the consciousness. Like I'd never seen The Princess Bride.
What?
Right.
Yeah, see, there you go. It's like so it's embarrassing. That's my point. So don't feel that bad.
That is very embarrassing. Have you at least seen? I'm sure you guys referenced a lot of Monty Python, right?
Sure. Well, yeah. I mean, originally, everything like that went into the bucket, but Princess Bride, we ended up watching it as a sort of a team event.
Ah. I used to do that at 2K Australia. We'd throw like movie nights, and Christina and I actually would both we'd show movies to the team. I think we watched A Christmas Story one year, which is an American.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, right. You were there. That's right.
Yeah.
I love that movie. That movie's great.
I think I may have accidentally killed that when I was responsible for us watching the X-Files movie that came out.
What? I don't even remember watching that at work.
That maybe you were off in the States by then, but yeah, that was. They took us all to the cinema, and we all sat in the premium seats.
Oh wait,
just the worst movie.
No, you're right. I remember when we actually went to the cinema and saw it. It was the one that had Billy Connolly in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad. And had the dogs being stitched together and all sorts of terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skip that one.
Yeah.
So I guess if anybody's watching, they got suggestions for retro sci-fi movies that people should be watching for reference.
Yeah, or even like really good. Like 90s era cartoons, because we've been referencing a lot of like Nickelodeon stuff and Ren and Stimpy, and not even really referencing. It's mostly just stuff that I watched a lot when I was a kid, and it's kind of that's why I'm
still thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. I still have my old VHS like recorded collections of that stuff, and go to sleep watching it.
Dean, I think that's worth like kind of clarifying. Like, it's something that informs your art. Is that correct?
Yeah, a lot. 90s era Nickelodeon. So I'm thinking like I watched a lot of Rugrats and Our Real Monsters and Angry Beavers and that sort of stuff. And then there was like...
You watch a lot of Rocko's Modern Life?
Yeah, I have a t-shirt that I've been wearing a lot lately that has Rocko's Modern Life, and I get so many compliments when I go out. There's that. There's like Ren and Stimpy. There's Earthworm Jim. Do you guys remember the cartoon for Earthworm Jim?
I didn't know
I don't think that landed in Darwin.
Oh, it was great. So yeah, that stuff is. I mean, it's influencing my art for, if only because I used to draw a lot when I was a kid, and I would draw the characters from those shows, and so my art
like
style.
A slice of pizza.
Oh yeah, and a controller, and a paper trick, whatever that thing is called.
the fortune teller.
Yes. Oh, and Ninja Turtles. How I'm forgetting Ninja Turtles.
So did you guys hear about the Ninja Turtles pizza launcher?
Oh,
What?
Is there a new one?
So, do you know what the pizza launcher was?
I had one of those when I was a kid.
Okay,
Yeah, it was really dangerous. It was really dangerous.
The way that the Ninja Turtles would use in the fiction of Ninja Turtles to shoot pizzas at their enemies, like
Yeah.
Shredder, right? So this is like a tank that shoots pizzas.
Yeah.
So and I think it was sold as a toy. So actually, Pizza Hut is making a real one.
Oh no.
As a promotion for the new, like a cross promotion.
For the movie, for the new movie.
For the new movie.
That's great.
So they're actually going to have a pizza or some sort. It's like a kind of a MythBusters style thing. Anyways,
That's amazing. And
sure
I'm
that
this is
will
what you do.
really
This is
well.
what you tune in to the Captain Fervor Flaming Stream with all the
Hey, Danny's here.
related
Oh, Danny B is in the thing. Cool. Right, we should mention that Danny B is going to be doing audio and music for this game. So if you don't know him by name, you've probably listened to a lot of his music. Right now, he's really busy on Crypto the Necrodancer, which is about to go up on Steam Early Access itself, and it's looking really great. He also did music for Catabolt, for Super Meat Boy, for Binding of Isaac. What else am I missing? He's done a lot of stuff, and his stuff is really cool. We had a really good meeting with him a couple of weeks back to talk about what he wants to do for this project and what style he will be going for. And it's very exciting stuff. Shooting and talking is hard. Alright. Maybe we should talk a little bit, B-Chan, about timeline for early access and what we're aiming to have in the game before we hit that. So that people are aware.
Sure. Go for it.
You go for it. I'm going to shoot things.
Yeah.
And make this look cool.
You know, early access. The date is not quite settled yet. We're you know, we would like it to come out this year. We'd be
Yes.
very happy if it came out this year. We're hoping for much earlier than the end of the year, but we'll see. You know, I can't get more specific than that right now.
Yeah.
When we have early access, you know, we'll have a more everything you see here, of course, will be, you know, playable in some form. I think all the features you see here will pretty much be in there, and of course more modules, more bonuses when that feature becomes mature, and just you know, the through that sort of critical path experience of playing through the game, finishing it, and hopefully some metagaming stuff, like, you know, what happens between games as you play over and over again. That stuff should be in a much better state.
Yeah, like unlockable character traits and starter kits, and these are the sorts of things that we're exploring.
But you know, as we've kind of noted earlier, a lot of it is still very experimental, and you know, we're still figuring out what the feature set will be for early access, and adjusting our schedule accordingly. You know, and we're, like, you know, honestly very interested to hear what people who have played Captain Fervor before, what they want to see, what people who have never played Captain Fervor before want to see. You know, that's what early access is really gonna. You know, we're really going to start changing our development cadence to be more of a reactive or feedback sort of development plan. So, yeah, but in general, right now, we're just working towards getting something that we can put in front of you guys for early access.
Right, which is really exciting for the two of us because, you know, like we said at the beginning of the.
Sorry, just
gonna try to.
off screen.
Don't laugh at that.
It's very exciting too.
Yeah, what's so exciting about early access?
What is exciting? Right, the fact that we have both sort of. I mean, you had a little bit of experience with sort of more open development at PopCap BCham, but for the most part, the two of us.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. But you know, coming from that world, we're used to, you know, keeping what we're working on really secret for a long time until it's almost done, and then finally you get to release it. And by the time you've released it, maybe you've gotten to see like 5 people play it and experience it. And that's part of the reason why we have gone off to work on our own stuff and to work on this project. It's that we want to be able to do the sort of stuff that we're doing right now, right? Which is we're showing you stuff that really isn't done, but that we're excited to give feedback on and to show off. And early access is of course it's going to happen because I'm talking.
Yeah.
Early access is a huge part of that, right? Like, it gives us the opportunity to get the game out there in a state where there's enough of it there for you to really get an idea of what sort of game we're building and give us feedback and, you know, help inform development from then on out. So we're looking forward to it.
It's definitely been an experience to develop in this pretty different style, like, you know, showing the game pretty early, warts and all, and even with the idea of early access, there will be many warts, like, you know, and no one who releases an early access promises it's going to be bug free. It's definitely, you know, we want it to be polished, but a good experience for anyone who purchases on early access. But they readily realize that there will be bugs. So, you know, it's been really, it's a mindset change really to kind of be able to do that. And I've been very, you know, I've totally been uncomfortable at various times, you know, things that we decide we want to show, but it's over time I'm becoming a little bit better about it. I don't know about you, Dean, how you feel. You've been becoming more comfortable with that in general.
I force you to show stuff.
That's right.
I was really frustrated working in AAA with the fact that we couldn't show stuff, so I think I think that we could be showing more than we have, and we probably will start to do that now that the game is a little bit further along. But yes, it has definitely been a mindset change. You know, you come from a world where you're used to not really showing stuff certainly to the public, and often even just to your teammates until you feel like it's in a really good, presentable state. And that's just not the way that it has to work when you're working on your own stuff and when you've got the freedom to show whatever you want.
I think within your own team, maybe the design team's a bit more competitive than the programmers.
Oh, really?
We're usually pretty keen to show off the stupid shit that happens when things go wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Anyways,
maybe it just
it's
depends
certainly
on the
entertaining.
team.
Yeah. There are happy accidents for sure.
Yeah.
Especially with engineering.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should start to wrap up. I think we've shown most of what we have added to the game at this point. And Jared, it was cool that you could drop in too to talk a bit.
Farbs.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sorry, Farbs. Jared isn't here. Jared left earlier. Farbs is here with us. Oh,
So
man.
this has been Captain Forever Remix. We're gonna continue hopefully doing more Twitch streams in the future to show what features we've been working on, and we're working rapidly towards Steam Early Access release. You can check us out at CaptainForeverRemix.com, where you can also pre-order the game via the Humble people. And CaptainForeverRemix.com. You can also, in case you're new to the Captain Forever universe, you can check out CaptainForever.com. That's where Farbs has put up his original Captain Forever series, and all the games in that series can be accessed from that URL. So try it out.
Yeah. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this. And we'll have more to show soon.
Questions or comments, please. Yeah, just let us get in touch with us on Twitter. I am Dean Tate is
IAMDEAN
is Dean's Twitter, and I'm Bchan Says BCHANSAYS. But you can probably find that out for yourself from CaptainForeverRemix.com. And
Farbs is at Jared Farbs. Wait, Farbs. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, guys.